What if your items aren't getting views? Like it feels like they're just sitting there, invisible. Or worse, like eBay is hiding your listings because you list something, you know that it should sell, but then nothing. Crickets. No views, no watchers, and no sales. And I know how frustrating that is because I used to deal with that too. I wasn't always getting consistent sales, and I had listings that were just sitting there. And it caused me to second guess everything. Second guessing my titles, my pricing, even the items that I was picking up. But once I started understanding how the eBay algorithm actually works, what it's looking for, and how to get my listings in front of buyers, that's when everything changed. My name is LeeMeier, and now I've made over $100,000 net profit selling used clothes online, and I help people do the same, not just to list more, but to actually get more views and turn those views into sales. So in this video, I'm breaking down the eBay algorithm in a way that actually matters, showing you why your items aren't getting seen, what eBay is really looking for, and how to fix your listings so that they start getting views and selling faster. Because once you understand this, you're not just guessing anymore. You're not just stuck waiting, hoping for the best. You'll know by the end of this video exactly what to change to get results. Let's get into it. So what exactly is the eBay algorithm? Now, most people overcomplicate this, but the eBay algorithm, it's not random. It's not luck. It's not just about posting more. And it's not just a black box that we have no idea what's going on inside. The eBay algorithm has one job and one job only: to show buyers the listings most likely to sell. That's it. And this isn't just my opinion, this is straight from eBay. eBay has said that their search is designed to show buyers the most relevant listings that are most likely to result in a sale. Makes sense. They want to make money. So when your item isn't getting views, it's not random. It just means that eBay doesn't see it as the best result yet. And we're going to fix that. So every time somebody is searching, eBay is asking which listing is most relevant. Which one is most likely to get clicked? Which one is most likely to convert into a sale? If your listing helps eBay do that, it's gonna get shown more. And if it doesn't, it gets buried. Once you understand that, everything else starts to make sense. It's really that simple. But here's where it gets interesting. When you look at what eBay actually tells sellers, these are the exact things that they say matter in search. Now, the problem is most people focus only on one thing. They focus on pricing or just keywords, but the algorithm is really looking at multiple signals all at once. So what are these signals? Well, the first one is relevance, aka keywords. Now, this is the foundation of every listing. If eBay can't understand your listing, it's not going to show it. That means that your title, your item specifics, your description, they all need to match what buyers are searching for. And this is where most people lose the sale because they describe the item, but not necessarily in a way that buyers are searching for it. Buyers don't search blue shirt. Instead, they search Y2K, baby tee, fitted, grunge. That difference alone can be the difference between no views and consistent sales. And this is something that I see all the time. The item is good, but the way the title is written, the description is written, it's not getting found. And even a small change to your title can completely change how a listing performs. And this is where I use what I call my cake keyword layering strategy, because most people are only using the most obvious keywords like color, brand, the item type, but buyers are searching with more intent than that. They're searching things like the style or aesthetic, the fabric or the feel, or the fit or the silhouette. And they're even searching the reason they're buying it, like vacation, work, if it's comfy or oversized, or the look, if it's Y2K or whimsy goth or cottagecore. And when you start layering in those kind of keywords, that's when your listings start getting found. And I actually have built a couple of tools around this, like a title and description generator based on that strategy, just because writing these from scratch can take so much time. And what we've been seeing is members who are using these tools will not only get more views, but they'll get sales, even on listings that have been sitting for a while. By the way, if you want a list of these types of keywords, I do have a free keyword list, including that cake keyword layering strategy that I mentioned that you can grab. The link is below this video. But even just starting to think about this in a different way can make a big difference. But the main thing here is this: it's not just what you list, but it's really how the algorithm understands it. Now, let's say your listing does show up. The next question that eBay is looking for is, do people click into it? And this is going to come down to your photo, your title, your price positioning. If your listing gets clicks, the algorithm is going to say, yep, that's a good result, and it's going to show it to more people. If people are just scrolling by and skipping it, your listing is going to get pushed down in search results. So your goal isn't just more visibility, better visibility, but it's actually to get the click. And later on in this video, I'll be walking you through a few things that can actually hurt your listings here and make eBay show them less. So stick around for that. The third thing that eBay is looking for is the conversion rate, aka your sales. This is huge because eBay doesn't just want clicks. Obviously, they want the sale. If your listings are getting views and they're converting into the sale, eBay is going to push your other listings higher. And the opposite is also true. If your listings are getting views and they don't sell, you're going to drop in the search results. So this is really where things like your pricing, the cost of your shipping, the condition of the item, how you've described it can all come into play. Another signal that eBay is looking at is your pricing strategy. Now, this is one of the fastest ways to be able to fix your sales. If you're priced too high, you're going to lose clicks, you're going to lose conversions, and if you're priced too low, you're leaving money on the table, right? So the sweet spot is really being competitive for your category, but also positioned to sell. eBay is going to reward that. The fifth signal that eBay looks for is your seller performance. eBay wants reliable sellers. So it's looking at things like your shipping time, your return rate, how good your feedback is. And if you're consistent, you get rewarded for that. eBay is also looking through your listing activity. And this is something that a lot of people miss. eBay really favors active sellers. This means listing regularly, updating listings, sending offers, not just listing once in a while. And for the record, not just ending and selling similar, but real new listings. Now, the seventh thing that the eBay algorithm is constantly evaluating, and this is where it can get really interesting, is two people can search the same thing and actually see different results because eBay is constantly tracking. They're tracking what buyers are clicking on, what they buy, what they engage with. So they really know a lot about their shoppers so that they're able to show them the items that they know that they're going to purchase. So your listing isn't just competing globally, but it's really competing for the attention of each buyer. Now, before we go deeper into this, if you've ever felt like your listings just aren't getting seen or you're doing everything right and still nothing's moving, that's not random. It usually comes down to how your listings are working as a system. And so I want to be really clear. I'm not holding anything back in this video. I'm going to walk you through exactly how this works and how to fix it. But where most people actually get stuck is applying this to their own listings, like what to change first, what's actually hurting your visibility, and how to turn this into consistent daily sales. And that's why I created the Empowered Reseller. It's really where I can help you take this and apply it to what you're actually listing with support, feedback, and the exact tools that I use. So if you want that extra help, it's there. But let's go ahead and get into why your items aren't selling right now, because this is where things usually break down. You see, usually it's not the item. It's usually one of these things. Either you've got the wrong keywords, it could be that you have weak photos, it could be that you're unclear on your value, or there's a pricing mismatch. And what I see all of the time, people have good items, but the algorithm doesn't know what they are. They can't recognize them, so they can't show them to the right buyer. And that's the gap. So how do you fix this? Well, if you want faster sales, here's exactly what to do. Step one, you're gonna wanna fix your titles. You're gonna wanna make them searchable. Use style, aesthetic, the buyer intent, the function of the item, and the keywords that buyers are actually typing. Step two, you really want to make sure that your photos are top notch, that they're clear, that they're bright, that they're focused, because your photo is what earns the click. Once you've adjusted those things, step three is to look at your pricing again. Look up comps, but not only what has sold, but also what's listed. You're gonna know how competitive you need to be with current listing. Step four, refresh your old listings. If something isn't selling, try updating your title, adjusting the pricing, sending offers, and sometimes those small tweaks can give the algorithm a sort of reset. But this is really the big shift, is to stop thinking like a seller and start thinking like the algorithm. The algorithm rewards clarity, demand, and conversions, the conversion over to a sale. So instead of asking, is this a good item? Ask, will a buyer be searching for this item? Will they click this? Will they buy this? If you can answer yes to those questions, that's how you win. Now, when all of this lines up, something powerful happens. Your listings get shown more, they get clicked more, and they sell faster. And that's how people go from inconsistent sales, slow moving inventory, to daily consistent sales. Not by working more, not by hustling harder, but by working with the system. Now, just as important as what helps your listings, this is what can actually hurt them, because there are some things that you can do that would push your listings down, even if you have a good item, even if you're doing all of the right things. First off, irrelevant keywords or keyword stuffing. This is a big one. If you're adding keywords that don't actually match your item, and a lot of sellers do this, it might feel like you're helping your listing, but you're actually hurting it. And eBay has made this really clear that relevance matters. And so if your listing doesn't match what buyers are searching for, it's not gonna perform well in the long run. I don't like to think of this as eBay penalizing you, but it does reduce how often your listings are gonna get shown. Number two is low click-through rate. If your listing is shown and people don't click into it, eBay reads this as a weak result. Number three, poor conversion. If people click it and don't buy, your ranking is gonna drop. Fourth, overpricing. Even if everything else is right, price can still stop the sale and hurt your ranking. Fifth, inactive accounts. If you list once or twice and then leave it, eBay prioritizes active sellers. So sometimes it's not that your item is bad, it's that something in your listing is telling eBay that this isn't the best result to show. Now that you understand how the algorithm works, the next step is knowing exactly what to list, because even a perfect listing isn't gonna sell if you're picking the wrong items. So click or tap the screen and I'll show you what's actually selling right now and how to spot it fast. I'll see you there.